I got the August 2024 Horror Pack. What's up, cretins? What's up, creeps? My name is Chris. I am the only person talking horror on the internet. HorrorPack is a subscription service that sends 4 Blu-rays per month for as low as $37 per month shipped. It's great for beginners as it's relatively low cost to start and build out a collection. Great for seasoned vets as there is an exclusive every month. This month, however, there are 2 exclusives. Let's dig in. All right, so I can feel the difference in the shrink wrap. Let's start with one of the exclusives. Endzone II. So I have no knowledge of this, but this looks like an homage to the 80s. 1970. Okay, it's only 61 minutes? I don't know what is this like a lost film or something that's unfinished? I don't know, but goddamn am I eager to find out what this is. We're gonna have to open up the portal. We're gonna have to ask future Chris like right now. So, hey, tell me everything you know about Endzone II. Yeah, so I'm gonna start off by letting you down. Endzone II is not from 1970. Despite how it's labeled and despite the fact that if you look it up on IMDb, it's going to say it's from 1970, it's not from 1970. That's going to become painfully obvious within minutes of the movie starting, and you're just going to sit there and stew about it for the remaining 55 or so of runtime, wondering why they didn't just shoot the fucking thing on VHS instead of putting the grindhouse filter over it. Because even though they nail some of the camera work, it looks like shit, and not in the way that it should look like shit. This is a dull slasher about a football player that's in the vein of Dude Bro Party Massacre 3, but it's not funny or inspired or worth your time, even though it's less than an hour without the credits. So, wow, that's really insightful. I'm so glad he let me know. All right, why don't we go non-exclusive? Darkness Rising. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. It's a release by Scream Factory of an IFC production. So these are fairly hit or miss, and the fact that this came out in 2017 makes me kind of err on the side of miss. But there is only one way to be sure, and that way is to open up the portal, check with future Chris once again. So, long time no see. Hey, Darkness Rising. Yeah, so this is definitely a miss. Madison's sister got murdered by their mother when they were younger. She wants to return to the home in which it happened before it's torn down to find closure or whatever. Spooky ghosts or demons or whatever happened. Ted Raimi's in it, but he can't save this good concept from bad writing and boring characters. Get rid of it. I mean, that's basically where I thought we were going with this. Shout out to future Chris. I appreciate you taking the time. Now, I don't want to bother him again, so let's save the other exclusive for last. I totally forgot about this movie. Found Footage 3D. So this is not just a clever name, this is a found footage 3D movie. This is one of those that I guess just kind of slipped through the cracks for me. That's kind of what's great about HorrorPack, though. You get these things that you completely forgot about or missed or anything because I guess they remember it for you. We're maybe going to have a pissy bitch on our hands, but we're going to have to open up the portal once again. Hey man, I'm sorry. Found Footage 3D. Yeah, so listen, first off, I didn't say it the first couple of times. You keep on with the portal thing. This is a vortex. Second, shock surprise, you have seen this movie before. And you're not going to realize that you've seen this movie before until this movie's like 80% finished. Probably because you were half paying attention to it the first time. But you were definitely also half paying attention to it this time, because this is not a movie that commands your attention. this movie is about a filmmaker who's documenting the making of a film that is the first found footage 3D movie, which is not this movie. It goes too meta. And if you haven't grasped that, the characters aren't likable, it drags. It's just not good. It's boring and it somehow overstays its welcome at an hour 40. Ditch it. I hear you. Hey, thanks so much. I hope he doesn't get too mad, because all we've got left is another exclusive, and the likelihood of us knowing it is kind of slim. The Once and Future Smash. That shit wasn't my fault. A football doesn't make an A. I don't know this. Is that... Oh, fuck. Dude, he was in the video Dead back in the 80s, and he didn't do anything for like 30 years until he was in The Greasy Strangler, and he's been working fairly consistently in smaller stuff ever since. That's got to be like a trip, like finally getting a movie career like 30 years after you gave it up. He's like the horror equivalent of like Kiwi Kwan. You know where we're headed? Hey man, hey. I got the Once and Future Smash here. But beyond that, I don't know any of these movies. So, like, why don't you finish out the episode? Like, do the closing and all. I'm gonna go start watching these. Cool. Yeah, I mean, why don't I do that? I mean, this is like the third HorrorPack unboxing that we've done. It makes sense that we would already blow a gag like this where you leave and I finish the show. You're not gonna be able to do this shit again for like a year, but whatevs. Fuck me, right? Yeah. See ya. So in a couple hours, he's going to pop this in, and he's going to realize that this is intended as a super meta comedy pseudo-sequel to Endzone II, in the way that Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows is a sequel to Blair Witch, where these two played this guy in the original, and they're at a con fighting over who the real one is, but aligning to prevent a reboot. The worst part of this movie is that nothing happens. This is mostly interviews with non-union or expired SAG actors, and everybody is just trying to sell that Endzone II was a real movie. They say the same things, and they do like impressions of blenders for some reason. Like, if you've been sitting around and waiting for somebody to just be like, for like 2 straight minutes, this is your movie, I guess. Couldn't save it for me, though. Not even the Secret of S-River could do that. Also, don't tell him, but this guy shows full dong for like a full minute in the movie. That's what he gets for leaving early. So, summation. I have no keeps here. I pay $39 per month on the quarterly plan. I do feel that I can get $15 a piece for the exclusives, but I'm assuming $7 for found footage, $3 for Darkness Rising. I'm not paid advertising. I'm not here to lie to you guys. This may be the worst pack that I have ever gotten. It's definitely bottom 5. Money aside, this just felt like 6 hours of my time wasted. That being said, September has the 100th exclusive HorrorPack Blu-ray, and they usually do go hard for those landmark numbers. I'm frankly surprised that they doubled up this month when they could have just had that 100th exclusive in the October pack, but that kind of leads me to believe that they're going to be going hard for both months, because October is usually the best month of the year for HorrorPack. So if you're looking to sign up, I would say we're probably going to get 2 really solid back-to-back ones. Now's the time. That's going to do it for today, guys. Do all the things down here. Let me know what you thought of this month's pack, and if you're going to sign up for September and October. As always, this is all just a matter of opinion. See them yourself, make your own decisions, remain critical, support horror.